Engabe mnguni kulesikhathi lesi ungakhuthatha uthini siyabhalisa ngelizinga lesetulo nakufanele siyawuvota sive sisalele emuva mnguni.
Sive kusalela kwasomva ukuthi ingoni letinengi kungaba mhlawumbe kukhinyabeteka kwebantu ukuthi lona ukhubatekile ngandlela thite akakhona ukuhamba la kunyukela khona imibukelo umfula noma nje kube njani ngiko lesithi nako lokho kule ntuthuko lesithi asibavotela kona mhlawumbe bawambe bakufake ukuthi umuntu okhubatekile usicela naye acabangele asisho ukuthi abacabangele kodwa nje lizinga liphakaphakama kubonakala ukuthi nabo bangemaswati bayingcenye yethu. eParliament nakhona besinxusa lokuthi mhlawumbe nasetinkundleni ukuthi labo labakhubatekile bamane babe khona imivo yabo itovakaleka kakhulu kulabo mhlawumbe labanye labakhubatekile. Emangweni kunemisumbe kunabo labo nje tibonza temango ngibo lekufanele ukuthi phecelezi ba-identify bantu benzawo ngoba umuntu nje lofika kwencewe yadengcela ngiyabekisa utele tinjongo takhe lapha kubetelwa bekunene kutoholwa kutelwe kutodevelopa ummango ngicabanga ukuthi lokho abakwekhute labafanele ikakhulu lababuka imimango naleyo misumbe konke nje netindvuno.
Siyabonga mnguni.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
This is Eswatini TV News live from Babane. I am Notile Sitola alongside Zamanzi Manze. First up, let's have a look at our top stories.
His Majesty King Eswatini III has signed protocols at the SADC 43rd Ordinary Summit. Her Majesty the Queen Mother and Nkosikazi Magelangkambule have donated a wheelchair and blankets to elderly people of Luvinjelweni. The Minister for Health, Lizinkosi, has unveiled Good Shepherd Catholic Hospital's new board of directors.
Glad to have your company. Good evening. His Majesty King Eswatini III has signed protocols at the SADC 43rd Ordinary Summit. This follows the agreements and endorsements of the protocols by the heads of state during the summit held in Luanda in the Republic of Angola.
Following the end of the SADC closed session for SADC member states, His Majesty King Eswatini III and the rest of the heads of states officially closed the 43rd Ordinary Summit. The heads of state had deliberations on overall policy direction and council of functions of the community. During the summit, leaders elected the President of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Emmerson Mnangagwa, to take the chairmanship position after the President of Angola, His Excellency João Lourenço. The summit also elected Her Excellency Samia Hassan as chairperson of Troika, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania as the incoming chair after His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia. The summit then noted the readiness of the member states that will hold elections during the year, and the member states are the Kingdom of Eswatini, the Republic of Zimbabwe, the Republic of Madagascar, the Democratic Republic of Congo, South Africa, and Botswana. The summit wished the member states peaceful elections. The leaders also endorsed the extension of the SADC mission in Mozambique by 12 months and commended member states and the SADC mission leadership and personnel for their dedication and contribution in supporting the mission to achieve peace and security in the Cabo Delgado province in northern Mozambique.
Summit endorsed the extension of the SADC mission in Mozambique by 12 months and commended member states, personnel for their dedication and contribution in supporting the mission to achieve peace and security in the Cabo Delgado province in northern Mozambique, and the commencement of a phased drawdown of Summit. Summit endorsed the theme of the 43rd SADC Summit Head of State and Government, titled Human and Financial Capital, the Key Drivers for Sustainable Industrialization in the SADC region. The theme seeks to address two of the most critical enablers in supporting regional industrialization in the context of climate change and the fourth industrial revolution.
The summit approved and signed the SADC Declaration on Accelerating Action to End HIV and AIDS as a Public Health Threat in the SADC region by 2030. His Majesty King Mswati III specifically signed this protocol. The summit also approved and signed the SADC Protocol on Employment and Labor, which provides a strategic regional cooperation framework on employment. The Kingdom of Eswatini is one of the countries that signed this protocol. The Kingdom of Eswatini also signed a protocol on interstate transfer of sentenced offenders. The main objective of the protocol is to allow for the transfer of sentenced offenders to serve their sentences in their home countries. His Majesty King Mswati III also signed a protocol on statistics. On the news, I'm Polile Mazia in Luanda, in the Republic of Angola.
Her Majesty the Queen Mother and Inkosgati Magelankhambule have donated a wheelchair and blankets to elderly people of Luvinjelweni under Chief Mabalega Mncina.
The elderly people of Luvinjelweni had a joyful day as they received gifts from their majesties who always show compassion towards the elderly. Chief Mabalega Mncina of Luvinjelweni presented the gifts and implored the Maswati to emulate their majesties and take care of the elderly.
Simo saleli damu nalamakhata asezingeni lelisetulu kakhulu lonyaka baseke bamla badzala nesigodi sala ekuvinjelweni bayasikhumbula ngekuthi bakhumbule bamla badzala kuthi babaphe tingubo kulo msebenzi lomhle inkosi lecedza kusendela wona yekukhumbula bamla badzala bogogo nabomkhulu lesibonile naphambilini ukuthi sebamvu lekuliwa ngabo noma labafakwa kakhulu nasemisimveni lengabafaka.
Sisonke Nkosi, on behalf of the elderly, thanked royalty for the gifts.
Licha namuhla limangele kuthi ngabe litawudla bani. Namuhla sitawulala uthongo lesingazange sesibubone. Sibonga kakhulu 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 enkosini yethu.
Their Majesty's effort in improving the welfare of the elderly is evident in the many projects they implement throughout the country. Reporting for Eswatini TV, Mbongwa Dube, Luvinjelweni.
The Minister for Health, Lizinkosi, says the Good Shepherd Catholic Hospital and College of Health Sciences remain a key strategic alliance as they serve as a referral hospital for the Lubombo region with its community outreach services spreading through the region covering a population of 215,000. Minister Nkosi was speaking during the unveiling of the Hospital and College of Health Sciences Board of Directors held in Eswatini.
The Minister for Health, Lizinkosi, when unveiling the Board of Directors, stated that the board's responsibility has been made easier since the hospital has a strategic plan in place launched in 2020.
The hospital is known and well respected for the specialty services that they provide, including the eye clinic, malaria treatment, and snake bite management. These complements give the institution a unique value in the country. I know the hospital is working hard to complement the ministry's effort, meeting its priorities, which include, amongst other, management of non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease, as well as maternal and child health and emergencies. The ministry wishes to see Good Shepherd adding more health programs and infrastructure that will benefit Emaswat. You are coming at a time when the demand for healthcare services is very high and resources are scarce. And this must be a challenge you need to work with and work hard to ensure that the institution continues to provide the much needed healthcare services.
Statumisela sisenda lo msebenzi wekusita ukuthi isibhedlela sibasite abantu sibaphilise.
Further, Sakile Ndwandu, who spoke on behalf of the board, assured the minister that they will work hard to ensure that they save lives. The chairperson of the board is Dr. Kosim Mthethwa. The members consist of Dr. Diana Enshaw, Lungile Shongwe, Lucky Manyati, Xolani Dlamini, Richard Dlamini, and Muzi Dlamini. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni Shabangu, Ezulwini.
The Minister for Tinkhundla and Development, David Ngampalala, says government has completed some of the 4 new Tinkhundla centers. Ngampalala says the contraction and rehabilitation rate currently stands at 80%. Ngampalala was speaking when giving an update on the progress that government has made in constructing some of the new Tinkhundla centers.
I can report that we are almost done with some of the Tinkhundla centers. We had Manzini South Nkundla, which is among the centers that were neither burnt nor vandalized. We also have Gilgali Nkundla, which is also done. I can safely say that, God willing, the structures will be officially open soon. We can also recall that there is Mtambama in Metula Nkundla. The design and drawings are already there. We have the budget and soon the structures will be constructed. So these projects stand at 80% completion for now.
The occurrence of preventable road accidents in the country has prompted government to come up with a 7-year strategic plan which will last until the year 2030 and consists of ways and means of improving safety and eradicating fatal accidents on the country's roads. This was said by the Minister of Public Works and Transport, Chief Nhlanhla Zandwandwe, during a meeting with diplomats where government sought support for the implementation of the strategic plan.
There is unfortunately a growing crisis that has crept up to negate some of the efforts towards goal achievement. And this is road traffic deaths and serious injuries. Over 1.35 million road users are killed on the roads in the world per year. Your attendance to this meeting today is one of the steps towards collaboration on road safety.
The chairperson of the Road Safety Council, Dr. Fortunate, road accidents are amongst major causes of disability and subsequently leads to negative economic effects to families and the country at large.
The country every year is losing close to 2 billion emalangeni per year to just road traffic accidents alone.
One of the objectives of the strategic plan is to ensure that roads are built according to international standards and graded as it is done with hotels. Diplomats in attendance made a pledge to support government with the implementation of the strategic plan for the improvement of road safety in the country. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, Mbongwa Dube in Ezulwini.
The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Sydney Smilane, says 1,000 have already registered for the input subsidy program. Smilane says most farmers are showing massive interest in maize production. Smilane was speaking when giving an update on the 2023 input subsidy program for maize, beans and sorghum.
This year's payments, inputs and tractor hire, government pledged to contribute 5,700 malangeni for maize farmers, 4,600 malangeni for beans, and 3,000 malangeni for sorghum farmers. The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Sydney Smilane, says maize farmers are showing interest in registering for the program. Smilane says bean and sorghum farmers are moving at a slower rate. Smilane says government will close the program once the budget amount has been exhausted.
Likhulu kakhulu ke lisasasa la embeleni kangangokube nje nasikhuluma nje itolo enzambama nasivala emabhuku ethu bese kubhalise 1809 webalimi. And then ke kuma beans khona ihamba kancane inombolo ithi bangi 26 lese babhadele. Kusogam ke kusete zitawubona mhlawumbe ezemalanga achubeka ukuthi sive sisebenza kanjani.
Simelane emphasized that payments will continue to be done using Momo from MTN or Imali from Eswatini Mobile. Simelane says Eswatini Bank will be used as well. However, this year EPTC will not be used for payments. Simelane says the ministry has partnered with different agri-dealers. Simelane says as soon as farmers pay for the program, they receive the list of agri-dealers that the ministry is in partnership with. Simelane further says they will be issuing the inputs soon. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni, Mbongwa Dube, Mbabane.
And now we'll go for an ad break and the news will resume in a bit.
Save more. Birthday Celebrate our low price, a tin of Sunny Baked Beans for just $8.99 and a pack of Sunny Full Cream Milk for only $99.99. ShopRite's low price birthday. Save a win, save a more.
It's the Great Price Rewind at Spar. You could be one of our lucky instant rewards customers to win your entire shop at a price from 1968. To enter, buy any participating product like 1 kg Kellogg's cornflakes for only 60 emalangeni and Lay's potato chips. Buy any two for just 34 emalangeni. Swipe your new Spar rewards card and you could be one of thousands of winners in the Great Price Rewind. Only at Spar.
Welcome back. This is Eswatini TV News at 8. The Kingdom of Eswatini is taking steps towards having green cities. On Friday, the Food and Agriculture Organization and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development signed agreements that will see a 16 million emalangeni injection into a green city project. This will be for 2 years.
Director Local Government at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Gordon Mbuli, explains what the funds are for.
Sita atawufutama ukufundiseka ngokuthi kokuqala athi nakwendiwa takhiwo letibengileto letitawunakekela ukuthi imvelo ayinyukubalini angikubekisele ukuthi nakwakhiwa emadolobheni kube nesiqiniseko ukuthi tindzawo letfana nemadede netindzawo letisemfuleni netindzawo kumbe letehlelayo kungabe sekwakhiwa imiti lapho.
Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Simon Zwane, was represented by Hlopsile Dlamini, said this funding will help fight effects of climate change.
The ministry believes that this project will answer a lot of challenges that were facing towns and cities with regards to unplanned human settlements, resulting in most instances flooding of houses as a result of natural disasters.
The Food and Agriculture Organization says this is only the beginning.
Part of this project is also looking at the issue of urban agriculture in the context of the cost of land. So we will explore the opportunities that lie within urban agriculture, including vertical tunnel production.
Through this agreement, the Manzini Municipal Council Observatory Lab, while the Matsapa Town Council will host the Eswatini Local Government Association offices, which will be responsible for the project's finances. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela with Vuminkosi Nzinisa in Sebenele Mthethwa, Ezulwini.
It is important for nurses to trust in God as they carry out their duty of helping people to heal physically and spiritually because the gift of life is in the Lord's hands. This was said by Dr. Tetwa during the capping and stripping ceremony held at Eswatini Medical Christian University in honor of 40 students who had the support of the presence of their families.
At the ceremony, the students performed a drama play depicting the life of Florence Nightingale, who founded the nursing profession in the 1800s to symbolize their commitment to serve humanity with love and dignity. Dr. Kosim Tetwa had a word of advice for the students.
Our future brings to light the central role nurses play in transforming healthcare today and tomorrow. It is a call for action for all of us to recognize and appreciate the efforts of nurses and ensure that they have the resources they need to continue their invaluable work.
Parents of the students expressed their joy for the milestone achieved by their children.
Ngiva ngijabule kakhulu. Ngiyamangala nje sinami ngemi lo lamuhla. Kuko konke nje uyatimisela. Ngimfisela nje lokuhle ukuthi achubeke bebete lokumphazamisako akhona ukuchubeka athola i-degree yakhe.
The ceremony was held under the theme, Our Nurses, Future Nurturers of All Humankind. Reporting for Eswatini TV, Mbongwa Dube in Babane.
It is good news for former Senator Mkhululi Dubula Dlamini in his bid to be part of the general elections. This follows a court ruling to include his name in the list of candidates standing for elections at Mapilingo Chiefdom under the Sipofaneni constituency. The matter was before Judge Zonke Makakula.
The legal battle between former Senator Mkhululi Dubula Dlamini and the elections and boundary was back in court on Friday. Dlamini wanted the court to order the EPC to include his name in the list of people eligible to stand for the general elections at Mapilingo Chiefdom under the Sipofaneni constituency. The two legal teams made their case before the court before a ruling was made. In its ruling, the court ordered the EPC's decision taken last month to be set aside. This was the decision to remove Dlamini from the list of eligible people who can stand for the elections. The court also ruled that the EPC should also do one of two things. The first being to have a special nomination exercise for Mapilingo Chiefdom. The second option is to include Dlamini's name in the list of candidates to stand for the elections. The court further ruled that this should be done by Monday, the 21st of August. In this matter, Dlamini was represented by Mzwandile Dlamini, and it was before Judge Zonke Makakula. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela, High Court.
The High Court has postponed the matter of Thabo Kunene, the self-professed commander. Kunene had filed an urgent application before the court, praying that his relatives be allowed to visit him and bring him medication in jail. The matter is before Justice Mavuso.
Thabo Kunene, the self-professed commander, and his co-accused Sibusiso Nkomonye were arrested for allegations which include terrorism and murder, among other charges. They have since approached the High Court with a prayer to have their relatives bring them medical drugs to the Matsapa Maximum Prison, where they are kept while awaiting trial. The two accused told the court that they were injured when they were arrested in South Africa. They have a pending matter in which they filed an urgent application seeking to be taken to hospital. They told the court that their relatives are not allowed to visit them in the correctional facility they are kept in. They narrated to the court that they are sick and His Majesty's correctional facility does not have enough drugs to assist them. The Correctional Service Department has opposed this application. The court then ordered that the two parties file their papers and heads of argument. It also ordered that the matter return in the next. Accused are represented by Leo Dlamini, and this matter is before Judge Justice Mavuso. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela, High Court.
And now we'll have a look at our financial indicators.
This sports update is proudly brought to you by eBet. Join our family of winners by visiting us today at ebet.co.sz. eBet, born to win.
Moving on to sports, there's been a selection of 25 players by Sihlang Semnigati's head coach Dominic Kunene in preparations for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Burkina Faso on the 8th of September this year. Kunene says even though the team, or rather the national team, did not qualify, the game will assist in preparations for the Chan Games next year.
In our sports roundup, we begin with the national team Sihlang Semnigati's selection of 25 players by head coach Dominic Kunene in preparations for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Burkina Faso on the 8th of September this year in Morocco. Kunene says even though there is no hope that the nation could qualify for the finals next year, the game will assist in preparations for the Chan Games next year. The squad includes the presence of South African-based player Justice Figarito from Richards Bay, but there is no Green Mamba striker Sabelo Skalinsinisa.
Kwi-game letasilekelela cause masinyane sidabe sibukene na-Chan, so siyacabanga sinesifiso sokuthi indlela abadlali abatatimisela ngayo kiyo batasipha sithombe lesikahle lokuthi ku-Chan sitafike sisebenze kanjani.
In our regional sports news, Spambanweni Milling has awarded team players and coaches who outshined others in the recent Spambanweni Milling Zonal League that is worth 100,000 emalangeni. Spambanweni Chief Executive Officer Derek Shiba says the current gesture is in line with His Majesty's vision of seeing development of the game with their trophy and has now been promoted to the Nhlangano Promotional League. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Musona with Thando Mdluli. Babane.
The Sports was proudly brought to you by eBet. Don't hesitate. Visit us today at ebet.co.sz. eBet, born to win.
That's all for now. Before we conclude, here's a reminder of our top stories. His Majesty King Mswati III has signed protocols at the SADC 43rd Ordinary Summit. Her Majesty the Queen Mother and Inkosikazi Magela Nkambule have donated a wheelchair and blankets to elderly people of Luvinjelweni. The Minister for Health, Liz Nkosi, has unveiled Good Shepherd Catholic Hospital's new board of directors. And with that, we sum up our bulletin for the evening. Stay tuned for the weather update from myself and the crew. Many thanks for tuning in. Take care.